That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about is, again, it's in your book, it's all about the work and making the work better. And like, I write every day. I write a newsletter and I'm obsessed with writing. One of my favorite quotes is by Ernest Hemingway, which is the first draft of everything is shit. And a lot of comedians have it on their laptops when they write, because it's like, just get it out of your head.
Yeah, sure.
And actually an idea may be a seed and it may start here and it could take you here or there or anywhere. But I'd love to get into how you guys, and it can be any point in your career, make the work better.
Well, there are a number of things.
Yeah.
The first is constant dissatisfaction.
Yes.
It's never good enough. So you're always trying to make it better. And that's where, when you have a deadline, you have to stop. This is it now. The other thing is taste. And you can't teach that. You can't teach, that's good, it's not great. It's okay. And a lot of people would stop with okay. No, it's okay. That's good. You've done a really good job. That only took, 2 days. Right. Really brilliant. But taste comes into it. Is that great? Is that really, really great? And of course, then on top of that is ambition. The ambition to be better than anything else out there. And that's what drives you forward, those things. And I mean, it's a sort of a constant struggle, because it's easy just to go, yeah, okay, that's good. I've always said, creativity needs bad weather, because, if it's lovely and sunny outside and, hey, it's wonderful and the beach is over there and surf's up and, hey, it's okay, it's good, let's go to the beach, let's go there, have a few beers, what are we worrying about here? It's only whatever, we're not solving, we're not finding a cure for cancer. And so that sense of wanting to go on is fundamentally wrong. And I always jokingly say, bad weather's good for creativity. There's empirical evidence on this. If you look at the Nobel Prize winners, both in science, in arts, and in all those things, there is a preponderance for it to be from the northern hemisphere.
Really?
Yeah. If you do an analysis of all the Nobel Prize winners, because it's, for an obvious reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's you live in a beautiful sunny climate and you're sitting under a banana tree and a banana falls off, you eat it and you go, life's good. I go for a swim now. Don't worry about that. What, go inside and do what, and, because it drives you. How are we going to solve this problem? There isn't a problem. You're sitting under a bloody banana tree. Where's the problem here? I've just got food, I've got a beach, I've got water, I can swim, I can do that. So that sense of kind of, it's almost the grit that you need to get something going. There's a problem here, we've got to solve it.
Dissatisfaction, yeah. Is there any examples of how you've made the work better? And I'd love to almost kind of reverse engineer it in the sense of what we ended up with. So we could pick any example, and then what it actually started with, because that creative process is...
Well, there are a huge number of examples of that, about how you kind of you took the work and it was okay. And I remember we were working on Boddingtons, the cream of Manchester, and we started as a print campaign. It was got awarded and all sorts of things. It was lovely. And we decided to focus on cream. And I was away, and the brief for a TV campaign came up. And everybody said, just put the print ads on TV. Just, no, that's a single visual. TV is narrative. So you've got to convert that idea, the cream of Manchester, into a narrative. And they'd done a series of scripts, and I looked at them and I thought, they're okay. They're not great. And everybody was like, yeah, no, they're good, John, they're good. And I went, no, guys, these are just, no, look. And so I called the client up and I said, look, I have something to say. I can understand why you've been sold these scripts. I can understand why everybody, the team, liked them. They're good. We would never do anything that wasn't, but they're not great. And a lovely guy who was marketing, whose name was Steve, and I can't remember his surname now, said to me, okay, John, I'll give you a week. Come back next week with what you think we should do. And so I went back and I talked about how do you convert cream as a print ad? You can show it if you wanted to do. The ice cream cone was a classic one, Cream of Manchester. How do you convert that idea now into a narrative? And the team came up with a brilliant idea, and it was called face cream. So that's how you convert it. And it went on to be an award-winning campaign. So when you move from one medium to another, you've got to recalibrate how you execute the idea.
Yes.
Because what works in print, the principle works, Cream of Manchester, that's the idea. This is how I express it in print. Now how do I express it as a piece of narrative? And that's what we did with that.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen because it's a gorgeous... the way.
Yeah, the one about she dips her hand in and puts it on cream.
Yeah.
She's like...
In terms of the selling of ideas, Espressos is sponsored by supply chain software gurus Unleashed. It talks to your e-com and accounting software. It's helped islands cut admin time in half, get granular clarity on your margins, know where your stock is, don't miss availability. Brands like Candy Kittens, Tiny Rebel, and Trip all use Unleashed, and so should you.